Alright, what is good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video. My apologies for not getting this out to you guys yesterday itself. I did want to get this breakdown out to you guys yesterday, but you know, NFL draft, a bunch of stuff was going on, so wasn't able to. But today, I will be making it right now. I'll be showing you guys basically how the Heat were able to defend the Boston Celtics, who have the #1 offense in the NBA, and basically shut them down and neutralize them in Game 2. And how they can carry that on to Game 3. So make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below. If you guys are NFL fans, I know probably a lot of Miami Dolphins fans. Let me know what you guys think about the Chop Robinson pick. I'm not a Dolphins fan, I'm a Lions fan, so I'm happy with the Terran Arnold selection. But Chop Robinson was interesting, so let me know what you guys think about that if you guys are NFL fans. But yeah, most importantly, get your score predictions down below for the game tomorrow. It's going to be a earlier-ish tip-off. I think it's like 6 p.m. So yes, super happy about that. Cannot wait, for the game to roll around. And let's get right into it. So we're going to be looking at the Heat and how they were able to shut down the Celtics. Here, as you can see, so this is the first possession of the game, very first possession of the game. And already you can see a difference in matchups. So these are the matchups that the Miami Heat went with for majority of the game when their starting lineup was on the floor. So they had Hero on Brown, Bam on Tatum, Martin on White, Jovic on Porzingis, and Jaquez on Jrue Holiday. So this is the reason that they went with this matchup. So earlier on when I talked about, I think I did a live stream a couple of days before, or a day before Game 2, and I said that the Heat should explore having Bam on Tatum and Jovic on Porzingis. But Spo did that, and he did more than that. So he had these two on each other. So Bam on Tatum, Jovic on Porzingis. That was set, and I kind of had a feeling he would do that. And the reason that that was so helpful is because Bam doesn't have to be a player who's sucked out of the 3-point line, because Porzingis will do a lot of his damage from beyond the arc. So Bam can roam around a little bit. Tatum is not the shooting threat that Porzingis is. He's more of a scorer. And Jovic, can still guard Porzingis. And then on the other end, it forces Porzingis to have to guard Jovic, and it forces Tatum to have to guard Bam. So Bam can get inside position and post Tatum up. So that was a very, very helpful matchup switch that Erik Spoelstra made in Game 2. The other wrinkle he had was having Tyler Hero on Jaylen Brown and having Caleb Martin on Derek White. Now, a lot of teams will put their weakest defender on Derek White whenever they're playing the Boston Celtics. Now, Derek White is a very key part of what Boston does offensively. He's one of their primary screeners. He moves off the ball. He does a lot of these kind of hustle plays that don't really show up on the stat sheet, and he's very key to their offense. He's kind of like one of the engines of how their offense actually gets going. So having Hero on Derek White would kind of just, every time Derek White set a screen, for Tatum to free himself up, it would kind of, end up having Hero on Tatum if we had Hero on Derek White in a switching scenario. So for that reason, Erik Spoelstra had Caleb Martin guarding Derek White. So even if Derek White was screening for anybody, the defender switching would be Martin, who's a very good defender, rather than Hero. He had Hero guarding Jaylen Brown, and the reason is Jaylen Brown is a very, very he's a lot much of an isolation player. He's not a playmaker, at all. He's a very, very big isolation player, and he likes to take a lot of shots over people, mid-range shots, 3-point shots. Likes to use his size, likes to post people up. He likes to take shots over people. And Tyler Hero on Jaylen Brown was kind of a strategy that Erik Spoelstra used to kind of bait Jaylen Brown into taking these tough shots. And then Jaime Jaquez on Jrue Holiday is still a good defender who can, force Jrue Holiday to take tough shots, as you guys will see right here. So these were the matchups that Spo went with. And we're going to be looking at each defensive play. Starting right here, first play of the game, Jaime Jaquez is guarding Jrue Holiday, and he forces a miss. Now, very first play, you can see the adjustment in the Heat's defense. So I only talked about the matchup so far, but I still have to talk about what the Heat actually did on defense. So Jaime Jaquez is on Drew Holiday. In game 1, when Drew Holiday was in, backing down and he was going to the post, you would have probably seen Tyler Hero help already. Tyler Hero would have probably been helping, and trying to double or trap Drew Holiday even before he went here. But in game 2, he stunted a little bit, but you can see him going back to his man and letting Jaime Jaquez take Drew Holiday one-on-one. So you can see right here, he goes back to Jaylen Brown and Drew Holiday misses the shot. So already it was a point of emphasis for the Heat to trust their one-on-one defense more. You didn't really see anybody helping or doubling on this too much. Next possession is a play where Drew Holiday misses again, if I'm not mistaken. Or is this the same play? Let me see. This might be the same play. I gotta refresh my my tab. All right, so this is a different play. So this is Drew Holiday on Jovic, and again, very concerted effort. Now Jovic is not like the quickest defender by any means, so it would be very explainable, I guess, for the Heat to send help here, but they didn't. They trusted Jovic to guard Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's, he's not Kyrie Irving, so he's not gonna you can kind of have Jovic on him and get away with it. So Jovic is on him in this possession, and again, you see Bam reaching in, but he doesn't fully commit to to helping. And Jovic is able to get the stop, and again, another example of the Heat just trusting their one-on-one defense more. In game 1, these 2 possessions would have been double teams on the outset. It looks like I have to refresh all of these. My bad, guys. All right, this one right here is a turnover on Jaylen Brown's part. Now, the advantage of having Jovic on Porzingis and Bam onto Brown or Bam on Tatum or Bam on anybody is that Bam can switch and Jovic can switch. So these two can switch this screen right here. And that's exactly what they do, because Jovic is capable enough to guard Kristaps, and Bam forces the pass to be a little tough, and Jovic tips it, and he's able to steal the ball. Very good defensive play again for the Miami Heat, and you can see a lot more switching, switching and one-on-one defense. Not a lot of double teams so far, and this I'm gonna have to keep refreshing. It seems like. All right, this one right here is a play where Tyler Hero ends up on Porzingis. So you can see Jovic come over here a little bit to shade, but immediately he goes back to his man. And Porzingis, I said this after game 1, and I think Celtics fans might have found my video and they might have gotten mad about this, but the tape is here. Porzingis likes to shoot over people. He doesn't like to back people down and finish at the rim. So you can get away with putting a smaller defender on him, because finishing at the rim is not really in a big part of his game. It's a lot of shooting over people. And, this is a makeable shot. But, again, I like how the Heat trusted their one-on-one defense. Even though we had Hero on him, who's our shortest player on the court, we still made Porzingis take that turnaround jump shot, and he was still able to, throw up that brick. This one right here is a possession where I was talking about. Let me go back. Yeah, so I was talking about the usefulness of having Hero on Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown basically just wanted to drive one-on-one on Hero and try to score over him. Again, no help. You can see guys reaching in from here and there a little bit, but again, no really concerted effort to double team here. And Hero forces Brown into a tough fadeaway turnaround shot, and Brown is just going to try to score on Hero because he thinks Hero can't guard him. So this is kind of just a strategy, like I said, to bait Jaylen Brown into taking a bunch of tough shots. And the strategy for the Miami Heat was to make sure that the others didn't get going tonight. In game 1, it was a lot of others, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser. These guys were just making a bunch of shots, but we limited a lot of everybody else basically besides Brown and Tatum in this game. Again, this is a play where you have Haywood Highsmith on Porzingis, and again, Porzingis is, to me, he's not the most mobile. He's not, obviously he's really big and tall. That's why I'm saying I think, guarding him with a smaller player is actually not a bad idea. And they have Haywood Highsmith on him, and nobody really bats an eye. The Heat don't really go for help, and Haywood Highsmith pokes that ball away. It's a turnover. Looks like I don't have to refresh anymore. That's good. This one right here is a turnover by Jason Tatum. So Derek White has the ball here, and then Jason Tatum has the ball. And again, a very huge advantage of having Jovic on Porzingis is Jovic is very mobile. He's kind of like a point guard in his body, and he can move around. He was very active defensively with these deflections and steals, and he was able to get this ball, tip it to Tyler Hero, and we were able to get the steal from that. Next play we have is Tatum missing a 3. Now, Hero ends up on Tatum. Again, nobody bats an eye, nobody blinks, nobody doubles. They trust Hero. Hero does a very good job. You got to give Hero credit, man. He shut off all the avenues, and he made Tatum take a tough shot over him. And that's what they do. They will take, you have to make them shoot over you, take these tough shots. If they make them, they make them. Now, they ended up getting the offensive rebound off this possession, and this is what happens. DeLon Wright is on Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown thinks he can take him, but we all know, and it's a very well-known fact, that Jaylen Brown has absolutely no left hand. So I like how DeLon Wright forced him left, even though he's a smaller player and Jaylen Brown wants to score on him because, he believes that DeLon Wright can guard him. He forces him left, and again, wild left-handed shot by Jaylen Brown, and we get the stop here. Next, we have another shot by Porzingis where he tries to shoot over somebody and he misses. So, I believe who's Jovic is on him right now, and then he's probably gonna get Hero on him off the switch. Yeah, so Hero's on him, and again, see, Hero's on him now. Normally, a center would back Hero down here and get an easy bucket right here. But see, Porzingis, like I say all the time, is a guy who will take these turnaround, mid-range shots over people. And to his credit, he can make them. It's not like he can't make them, but I'm saying you can get away with putting a defender like Hero on him at times, and you don't have to send help because Porzingis won't try to, punish you at the rim. He's going to try to, shoot over you. So there's no really use sending help here. And I like how the Heat played it straight up one-on-one, and they were able to get the rebound. So good possession again for the Heat here. Why is it not exiting full screen? All right, here we go. All right, yeah, next we have another miss by Jaylen Brown. This is again, so the Hero's on Jaylen Brown again. And Hero did a very good job defensively this game. I thought this probably was his best game in the Heat uniform. Forced Jaylen Brown into a very tough shot again. Forced him left. Jaylen Brown had to shoot with his right hand in this awkward angle when he was off balance, falling down because he doesn't have a left hand. So this is the shot he took. And again, his balance was all the way off. He didn't have a left-handed shot there, so he had to throw it up with his right hand, and it was just not a good shot by Jaylen Brown. And next we have a turnover by Derek White. Porzingis tries to, he tries to post up Jovic, but he's not. Again, to me, he's not the best player with his back to the basket, and Porzingis and Jovic, deflects this ball, and again, for the third or fourth time, he gets the steal, and Caleb Martin gets a layup right here to extend the lead to 8 or to 10. Shout out to Caleb with the celebration. So next, we have a Tatum fadeaway jump shot. Again, this is over Duncan Robinson, and see, Duncan Robinson, to his credit, forces Tatum to taking this shot. Now Tatum can make this shot, but if he makes it, you live with it. But this is a far better result for the Heat, Tatum taking the shot, than a player getting an open 3 for them. So you guys can see there's a very clear theme here. I mean, this one right here, I'm not sure who this is. Is this Jaylen Brown on the tough fadeaway? Yep. Again, see, tough fall away over Hero. He misses. It's a pattern, man. It's a pattern at this point. It's a big pattern right here. Again, Porzingis is trying to get in post position, but again, he's not the best player with his back to the basket. Jaquez comes over for a little bit, but then he goes back and Caleb Martin pokes that ball out. It's a very good steal by him. And the last play is a play that I think was semi-viral. I think Kevin O'Connor might have posted it. It was Jaquez's defense on Tatum. He did not go for any of his fakes. Tatum was trying to draw a foul, and he made him shoot right over him. And that is exactly the Heat's defensive adjustment that they made in Game 2. They made the Celtics shoot over them. They trusted their one-on-one defense more. They did not help as much. And they were able to, bait guys like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum into shooting over contested shots. Now, quickly before we wrap up the video, I want to show you guys a kind of a description of the Heat's shot diet on offense. So This is all of the Miami Heat's 3-pointers. As you can see, the first one, driving kick, Nikola Jovic hits that 3. And a lot of people will be like, oh, the Heat shot such a high percentage from 3. That's not going to happen again. I mean, if the Celtics keep giving us wide open looks like this, it'll happen again. It will happen again. And it's happened 4 times, I believe, where we shot over 50% from 3 against them. This ball movement is exquisite. Again, wide open a shot by Jaquez. Wide open. Absolutely wide open. This one right here, he rejects the screen. Step back, he's wide open. That's just in our wheelhouse. It wasn't like we were doing anything crazy. We were just taking what the defense gave us. This one right here, there was a very similar play in Game 1 where Tyler Hero, after coming off the screen, he would have pulled his shot over Al Horford in Game 1 right here. And I love the fact that he did not force anything over here. He waited. He was patient. He pulled it back out. Al Horford and then Duncan Robinson, you can see him coming right over. This is kind of like a ghost screen. He's like he's setting a screen, but he's quickly sprinting. Pritchard thinks he's screening, so he's staying here, and they get lost, and Duncan Robinson gets wide open for a 3. So great play by him. Hopefully he's able to get his mojo back for Game 3. This one right here, wide open 3. And I'm very happy that Caleb got his foot behind the line for that. This one, again, walk-in, pull-up 3. All these shots compared to the Boston Celtics shots are the reason we won this game. If you look at the Celtics possessions, it was all tough contested shots over our defense. We are shooting over, players that have 0 contests up. Nobody's contesting any of our shots. Again, wide open 3 after wide open 3. This one right here, Haywood Highsmith is wide open. The contest is late. He's already set. When you have your set point, it's a wide open shot already. This one right here, again, wide open shot. The contest is late by Derek White. And you would expect the Celtics to tighten up on that. I think they said in the post game, see this one right here, I don't know what Hauser is thinking. He's not even contesting that properly. This one, Hero is wide open. That's in his wheelhouse. The Celtics will try to make an effort to cool us off from the 3-point line. Or maybe they'll be like, oh, it won't happen again. But you'll definitely see them closing out a lot harder. So we're going to have to hurt them in other areas. Jaquez, the wings will have to show up. Jaquez and Martin, I believe they'll be the X factors for Game 3. Jovic, again, lighting it up. Hero, let's see what this is. Is this Caleb or is this Hero? It's Hero, yep. Porzingis goes back, he drops. And yeah, that's just, what it ended up becoming. Jaylen Brown falls asleep. And Tatum, doesn't even get a hand up until it's too late. And, that's a good shot for Caleb, man. Caleb was huge in this game. This one right here, Brown gets caught up in the screen, wide open shot. Like, it was just a shooting clinic by the Heat, and it wasn't even like we were just we were making a bunch of open shots, man. Like, these are all good looks. This right here, you can see the contest from Porzingis is late. It's not even like it's a good contest. This one right here, Duncan Robinson, I mean, he's the one player that you can shoot over contest. Like this one, Hauser's trailing him. Wide open 3 for Duncan Robinson's caliber of a shooter. This one, DeLon Wright gets rid of Drew Holiday because he flies at him. Wide open 3. Wide open 3. This one, Haywood Highsmith, this was a huge 3 by Highsmith. I mean, nobody was even there. He put that down. This one right here, Jaquez, Holiday does not even contest. I mean, it was just terrible defense on the Celtics' part, and we kind of just took advantage of that. So it wasn't even like we were doing anything crazy. We were just taking advantage of the Celtics' defense, and you got to give the Heat credit for doing that. So defense was brilliant, offense was brilliant. We'll see if that can continue in Game 3. But yeah, this is going to be me signing off. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this breakdown. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know your score predictions for tomorrow's game. And yep, I'll see you later as always, man. Peace.